I'm taking her man. He's calling me poopy. It's cause I'm the shit.
Guys, I think it's about that time that we have that conversation about Ice Spice. I think right now is the perfect timing to make this video considering she already has her debut album out. Yeah, you guys remember that? The Ice Spice album, Y2K? Yeah, me neither, to be honest. I played the album once and it kinda just, I never really played it again, let's just put it there. So today we're gonna be talking about Ice Spice and why people just are low-key starting to not give a shit. Before we get right into it, I have a playlist. I got some pretty classic taste, I would suggest you go click on it. But let's just get right into it. Now, to talk about Ice Spice's recent decline in popularity, we have to talk about the moment that started it all with a song that I'm sure many of you guys know called Munch. Now, I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys, I don't really know too much about the backstory of this song, so we're gonna whip up good old ChatGPT and get a description from them. Ice Spice's Munch, Feelin' You, became a viral sensation in 2022, launching her into the spotlight with its catchy hook and Fuck, I can't even read, I'm retarded. My bad, y'all, I'm kinda blind right now because I broke my glasses. But to put it short, Munch was a song inspired heavily by New York drill. Ice Spice had a very, let's just say, signature look about her. Yeah, the hook for this song blew up on TikTok, and that's basically what blew her up overnight. It's funny because about half of the people who were singing the song didn't even know any of the lyrics besides the hook. But anyway, obviously after the success of this song, Ice Spice's popularity skyrocketed and she ended up catching the attention of a major record label, and she ended up signing with 10K Projects, a label known mostly for working with Trippie Redd and Ian Dior, and let's just say she had quite a bit of industry push behind her when she first came out onto the scene. She landed a bunch of interviews with big media outlets, and she eventually got a co-sign from Drake. That was a pretty big moment in her career, and the moment actually became even bigger when there was this really fucking stupid drama, honestly. Drake ended up unfollowing Ice Spice, and many people assumed that this was because Drake made a move on Ice Spice and she ended up rejecting him, and Drake ended up doing what he does best, getting in his feelings. Now notice that most of the time when Ice Spice was in the news, it was starting to be because of celebrity drama and not her actual musical output. Ice Spice was starting to establish herself more as a brand rather than a musical artist, a brand that revolves around her getting herself into drama and twerking. Yeah, that's pretty much it, honestly. But as she continued to make a name for herself, she obviously made quite a lot of industry connections, and she ended up collaborating with notable people in the industry like Nicki Minaj. She got big brand deals with Dunkin' Donuts, and more of her songs were going viral on TikTok, most notably her song with Pink Pantheress, Boy's a Liar Part 2. This song was basically the TikTok national anthem for like a month. Now, I really want to give Ice Spice props, because this entire video is sounding like a hate video, but I just gotta be honest. Ice Spice literally has one flow and only one way of rapping. It's actually kind of crazy. She has the same monotonous, boring delivery, and surprise, surprise, this song was no different. But yeah, for now, people weren't sick of her doing the same thing on every song just yet. And I will give Ice Spice props on this. She really does know how to market herself, and her being on the song most likely helped to skyrocket the popularity of it. And yeah, this is kind of what I like to consider Ice Spice's peak, because she had multiple Billboard Hot 100 entries. Songs like In Her Mood and Princess Diana were going crazy on TikTok, and she was always somehow in the news for some dumb drama that was going on with her. But regardless, she did notable things like releasing her debut EP, which ended up selling 15K first week, which for an EP is honestly pretty good. It debuted at number 37 on the charts. This was a sign to the label that they should probably get to work on the album pretty quickly, so that they can all capitalize on the success. And up until this point, Ice Spice wasn't exactly known for her musical talent or anything. People had always kind of said that she was only popular for her looks and personality rather than her music, and her always being involved in some sort of drama was honestly really starting to overshadow her songs. And when there was actual discourse about her music, it was usually in a negative way because the newer music she was dropping was progressively getting more and more absurd. Let's just put it that way, especially with this song, Think You the Shit, You Not Even the Fart. It was becoming more and more clear that Ice Spice was clearly doing things to help her name name stay in the news, and it was around this time that she began the rollout for her debut album. She dropped the first single to the project, Gimme a Light, and the song was marketed as a TikTok hit, but it didn't really stick like much of her other songs. So seeing this, the label decided to step in and they did something kinda wild for the next song. Ice Spice ended up collabing with Central C, who is one of the most poppin' artists right now, and the marketing for this song was Central C was cheating on his girlfriend to be with Ice Spice. That was basically the whole thing. Yeah, TikTok would not shut the fuck up about it. The controversy, along with such an unexpected collab, did wonders for the song, and it ended up doing well on the charts. People were streaming it, it was going crazy on TikTok, and after this, Ice Spice, after releasing some more singles which didn't really do too well, finally released her debut studio album, Y2K.
In Tennessee, go ahead, what you want to say?
That shit is fucking trash, dog. Get the fuck off the airwaves.
And the reception for this project was almost immediately negative. Yeah, it was bad. Even a Travis Scott feature would not save this album from flopping. And people did not like this album because it kind of sounds like they just let the Make-A-Wish kid into the studio to make an album. People were clowning Ice Spice for having the same recycled bars about poop and having a fat ass and being a baddie. And it was at this point where people really started to get sick of the same old gimmick. None of the songs from the album ended up doing well. Not even TikTok wanted to bump this shit. Yeah, the album sold 28K first week, which would honestly be pretty good for a C-list rapper, but considering just how much industry push Ice Spice had, and the crazy marketing budgets that were behind her, yeah, this was not good. The album underperformed. The label, probably feeling desperate, dropped a deluxe version of the album with one extra song, and that didn't really help too much. And her comments were also flooded with people just clowning on the songs. And fast forward to now, a couple months later in November of 2024, Ice Spice really hasn't been in the news as much. In fact, the only recent thing that I can remember her being talked about for was people tweaking about her losing weight. Her monthly listeners have also dropped down to 15 million, a very sharp drop from her peak back in 2023. So to answer the question why Ice Spice isn't really doing so well, it's honestly pretty simple. Ice Spice has always kind of been known as a gimmick rapper, rather than someone who makes really good songs or has crazy bars. I mean, we've seen this kind of thing before. A rapper completely blows up, and he's more of a character rather than an actual artist, most notably people like Lil Pump and Blueface. Ice Spice is kind of in a similar lane to those kinds of artists. She's much more well known for her drama, and for posting thirst traps on the gram, than doing anything innovative when it comes to her music. But let me know what y'all think down below. Is Ice Spice low-key gonna fall off? Or is she gonna make some sort of crazy comeback? I don't know, it's entirely possible at this point in time. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, I'ma go.